my name is Michelle, and welcome to Reading on My Breaks. Today I'm going to be playing my November TBR game where I play Pokeno to help me pick out some of the books that I'm going to be reading in November. Pokeno is a game where you use playing cards and like bingo cards. I'm going to show them right here. And you either play them to get the best poker hand or you play them to get a bingo. When I play for my TBR game, I use tarot cards, and the different suits of the cards represent the different minor arcane that are in tarot cards. There are jacks and pages. So what I do for these is when there's jacks on the board, I switch out between jacks and using pages. Last month I did jacks, so this month I am going to be using pages. And then other than that, the only thing that's new is I decided this round I am going to start using wildcards. So let's spin the wheel to see how many wildcards I'm going to be using. Okay, 2 wildcards, that's nice. And then let's spin and see what board we're going to be using. I will only be using one board this time. I think visually it was harder to see the 2 boards. So I'm going to try with one board. Okay, that's great. We have our board. And let's get everything ready and pull our first card. First card, 4 of Swords. Jackie's Bookish cards. And randomly generate a number and read that book on your shelf. The first card I picked is a 4 of Swords, which is a 4 of Spades. And the prompt on the tarot card is restless, burnt out, stress, exhaustion, stagnation. And the prompt card that I picked is to randomly generate a number and read that book on my shelf. So for this, I picked books off of my shelf that have been there for a long time, and when I look at them, I feel exhausted. I feel stagnation. I just feel like about these books. Not enough to get rid of them, but enough to where I don't read them. So let me pull some together and I'll take a video of it. We will roll a number and yeah, we'll see which one I'm picking. I lost the audio on this clip. I got a 13, so counting down 13. As you saw, I got Black and White by Dani Shapiro, and this book is about Clara, and Clara grew up, her mother was a photographer, and her mother's biggest photography exhibit was of Clara as a child from, I think, age 2 to age 12 or 14. Pretty much not always in the nude, but there was some nude part of her. And so she's lived her whole life with people noticing her that way. Her mother gets ill and goes into the hospital, and people start bringing up the exhibit again about how this wonderful photographer who did this exhibit, whatnot. And Clara is very nervous because her daughter looks a lot like her, and she's at the age where she would understand what's going on. So that's what the book is about. I got this at a library sale, and I thought it sounded really interesting. Next card, 6 of Cups. And it's a library clue card. And for this one, new to me, any format. The next card I drew was a 6 of Cups, and that is a 6 of Hearts. And the tarot card says boredom, child abuse, stagnation, leaving home. And the prompt card that I got is a new to me, any format. So what I chose for this is Full Brutal by Christopher Triana. I can see the author better that way. And this book is about a girl in high school. She comes from a affluent family. She's a cheerleader, and she pretty much has everything she wants. And she's bored with life, and she keeps hearing from her friends that losing their virginity was life altering. So that's what she chooses to do. But she doesn't want to do it with any old guy. So she starts to seduce a teacher, and it gets a little scary from there. So I've started this one, just read a couple of pages, but excited to read this one.
Card number 3 is King of Wands. And it's a Jacquie's Bookish card. Read a book that's the same color as something you drank today.
The next card I drew was a King of Wands, which is a King of Clubs. And for this one, it is possessiveness, controlling, impulsiveness. The prompt card that I pulled is read a book that's the same color as something you drank today. It is a green card, so it needs to be a library card. And for this, I chose Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. There is black on here, and I drank black coffee today. So I love Catherine Arden. Impulsiveness. I'm just going to read a little bit. When 11-year-old Ollie finds a disheveled weeping woman by the river, threatening to throw a book into the water, she doesn't think, she just acts, plucking the book from the woman's hand and running away with it. Very impulsive. I've heard good things about this, and again, I like the author.
Card 4 is the Tower. It's a wild card.
My next card was a wild card, and for this, I got the Tower, and I'll put it up here. The Tower is ruin, disgrace, disaster, catastrophe, destruction, and then reversed, it is loss, illness, fear, or suffering, avoiding disaster. This is a wild card. I have the choice of not using any of the prompts or using the prompts if I want to, if I want some kind of structure with it. I don't know right now what I'll be picking, but I'll let you guys know in the wrap up.
Card number 5, 8 of Swords. And this is a Jacquie's Bookish card. And read a really spicy / smutty romance.
The next card I drew was an 8 of Swords. So this is an 8 of Spades. And it says, inner critic, open to new perspectives and freedom. And the prompt card that I pulled is read a really spicy / smutty romance. So for this, I chose Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. This is a girlfriend to boyfriend's dad romance. I hear it's very spicy.
Card number 6, 10 of Cups. Library clue card. And this is an author that I love.
The next card was a 10 of Cups, and this is a 10 of Hearts. And for this, it is blessing, divine love, family, harmony, alignment, bliss. And the prompt card that I pulled is author I love, the library clue card. And for this, I don't have a lot of authors that I love. I have books that I love. So it's kind of difficult to pick an author that I love. So what I did was pick an author whose every book that they've published I own. And that author is S.A. Chakraborty. I love the Davenbad trilogy, and I have The River of Silver. I know it's short stories that goes deeper into different off stories from the Davenbad trilogy. So there's definitely family in here.
And card number 7 is a 6 of Swords. Library clue card. And has a supernatural element.
The next card I pulled was a Six of Swords, so a Six of Spades. And for this, it is transition, moving on, change, rite of passage, release. And the prompt card that I pulled was a library clue card, and it is a supernatural element. And for this, I have chosen the second book in the Silent God series by Justin Call, which is The Master Artificer. The first book was about Anif, and he does not come from an affluent family. He is working at his school that he's at to become an avatar, and it's more difficult for him because he has magic and he has to hide the fact that he has magic because magic is not allowed. And really good first book. I have this one for a while. I think the second one's coming out next year, so I'd really like to continue on with the series before the third book comes out.
Card number 8, a 7 of Swords or a 5 of Swords would be awesome, and then we'd have a straight. Let's see what we got. Page of Wands. Jackie's Bookish cards. Read a small town romance.
My next card is the Page of Wands, which is the Page of Clubs. And for this, it is inspiration, freedom, limitless potential, exploration. And the prompt card that I pulled was a Jackie's Bookish card, and it's a romance, and it says to read a small town romance. So for this, I am choosing Christmas Land by Anne Meyer. This is about a woman who wins an all-paid vacation to a place called Christmas Land, and she has a list of all the things that she wants to do before going back home. Be rescued by a handsome stranger, a baking competition, couldn't possibly win, and there's some other things on this list. This book is going to be turned into a Hallmark movie, so I'd like to read it before the movie comes out.
Card 9. 9 of Cups. Oops. And library clue card. Found family.
My next card is a 9 of Cups, which is a 9 of Hearts. And for this one, it is wish fulfillment, luxury, satisfaction, success, gratitude. And the library clue card is found family. So for this, I have chosen Happy Places by Emily Henry. This book is about a couple who has broken up, but they have their yearly friend family all go to a cabin, and they don't want to ruin it for their friends and their family. So what they decided to do is to pretend to be still dating during this trip. And I have a friend who said she absolutely loved this book. I love it just as much.
Card 10. 9 of Pentacles. Jackie's Bookish card. And this one is read a book that is more than 400 pages.
And the last card is a 9 of Pentacles. This is dishonesty, recklessness, deceit, termination, cheap. And for this, the prompt card was read a book that is more than 400 pages. So I have decided to read The Will of the Many. And this book is about a man who is pretending to be somebody that he's not. And there are trials, I believe, that he's going to be in. I don't know too much about it. I started listening to it on an audiobook, and I just got really confused. It was too many things at once. So I remember some of it, but I'm getting it from the library soon, and it'll be nice to have the book and read it while I'm listening to it.
And that's it, guys. As you can see, we got 3 of a kind.
And that's it, guys. You saw that we got 3 of a kind, which ends the game. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like videos like this, please do subscribe. And let me know below what you're planning on reading in November. All right? Thank you, and happy reading, everyone.